Hi, good evening. Today is Sunday, December 28th, and I'm gonna read out all of chapter 10, Spanish people. Let's get started. Birds do it, cats do it, and Spanish people most especially do it every day in broad daylight. They nap. In Spain, grown adults, executives, teachers, government workers go to sleep in the middle of the workday. This is called a siesta. From 1 or 2 to 4:30 or so, every afternoon, Spain stops the world to go home, have a leisurely meal, and take a nap. Political and economic experts have informed the Spanish that this is not the way things should be done in a unified Europe. At a time when productivity has almost become world religion, the siesta tradition still continues. In Spain, working is less important than enjoying life instead of the other way around. No task is so essential that it cannot wait a couple of hours while you attend to more important matters like eating, relaxing, or catching up on sleep. If you go out in the early afternoon, you will see offices empty, streets clear. Confused foreigner quickly learn that they have entered a new world with its own rhythm of life. At first, I kept looking for things to do in the afternoon, and I just couldn't believe that nothing was open, recalls Pierre Roberts, an Auckland writer who lived in Spain for several years. I walked the streets of Madrid looking for somewhere to go. It was extremely hot outside. You could see the heat waves, and it was like a ghost town. Unlike the average lunch break, the siesta is a true break in the action because there is no choice except to come to a full and complete stop. You cannot buy food. Stores are closed. You cannot make business calls. Nobody is at the office. Most people go home for lunch or get together with family or friends and take a nap afterwards. All animals, including humans, have taking a long break in the middle of the day is not only healthier than the conventional lunch, but also apparently more natural. Sleep researchers have found that the rhythm of life may be tuned more closely to our biological clocks. Studies suggest that humans require days broken by 2 periods of sleep instead of one long block of sleep. Feeling sleepy after lunch comes not from the food but from the time of day. All animals, including humans, have a biological rhythm, explains Claudio Stampi, director of the Chronobiology Research Institute in Newton, Massachusetts. One is a 24-hour rhythm. We get tired by the end of the day and go to sleep. And there is a secondary peak of sleepiness and a decrease in concentration in the early afternoon. Some people have difficulty remaining awake doing any sort of task in the between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. For others, it is less difficult, but it is there. So there is a biological reason for siestas. The Spanish need their sleep. They've got a long night ahead of them. after the afternoon work shift from 4:30 to 8 p.m. or so. They join friends for a drink. Dinner starts at 9 or 10 p.m. and from there they have fun in town until 1 or 2 in the morning. It's a bad night in Madrid if you get home before 3 in the morning, laughs Robert. The siesta's origin lie in climate and architecture. Climate architecture. Like people who live in other very hot places around the globe, the Spanish turn to shade and stillness to avoid being burned up in the middle of the day. At night, packed houses pour people out into the street to cool down. While climate is a still fact, the siesta lifestyle today is driven primarily by Spanish social values. Driven Spanish values, which demand equal, if not greater, emphasis on life outside the office. Work is only one part of our life, says Florentier of Spanish Tourist Board. We take a break and have the opportunity of having coffee with friends and thinking and talking about different issues, not only work.